BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. I am here today to do the buddy read tag. This tag was created by Noah at Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse, and I was tagged by Mark Nash. And Mark and Jason and I actually did a buddy read together of Tim O'Brien's In the Lake of the Woods, which was a great buddy read. That was fantastic. Fantastic book, fantastic discussion. So I was really excited to be tagged in this. So let's get into the questions. Question number 1, accountability. Do you like buddy reads? I do really like buddy reads, and I went through my book journal this morning and I was so amazed at how many buddy reads I've done since I've been a part of BookTube. Now, part of me feels like I've been doing buddy reads a lot longer because I think it was the end of 2002, Jason started a book club. I'm no longer part of that book club. The book club is still going on. Yeah, so especially when Jason and I were married, I mean, you know, we're like fighting over the same book, trying to get it checked out at the library so that we could read it at the same time, encouraging each other to, you know, finish the book on time, that sort of thing. So I probably have done more buddy reads with Jason than anyone else, but not since we started our channels on BookTube. Question 2, sharing. Is there an ideal sized group for buddy reads? I honestly really like 1 or 2 people. That is my preference. Primarily because those people will understand that I am not, they know me well enough to know that I'm usually only reading 1 book at a time. So if they're reading 5 books at a time and I'm reading 1 book at a time, like I'm gonna get way much farther ahead in that. One of the things I have learned to do is to record my initial thoughts of what I think of a section, and then I record it on Voxer under my notes. And then I can forward that message to whoever I'm reading the book with. So they still get my instant reaction to that particular section, but I can keep reading. So if that's the case. Question 3 is, are shorter or longer works better for buddy reads? I'm not sure I feel one way or another. I think for me, longer books are better for buddy reads because it definitely motivates me to keep going. And I've read some huge books with a couple of you. So yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I think it could go either way. It depends on how long are you going to do the buddy read. You know, some books, like, you just don't want to stop. You just want to keep going. And some things you need that little extra push to get you through the next section or whatever it may be. Let's see. Question 4, community. There are many types of readers. Share a meeting of minds. So I think this question is trying to get at, you know, a really great buddy read experience. I think that's where we're going with that. And so again, I'm gonna show this book on here. Parade's End by Ford Madox Ford. I read earlier this year with Allie at Fox Folios. And Allie, she doesn't have a channel, which is such a shame. But this book was 909 pages, I think, something like that. And it was such a wonderful experience to read it with Allie, and I saw so many things in the book that I think I would have missed had I not been reading it with her. So it was really a really great experience, like, especially because it's such a long book. you're with these characters for a long period of time. And Allie just, man, she saw so many things that I know I would have never caught on to. It was a great buddy read, especially because it was just, I mean, man, like we were reading, I think it was maybe a month and a half or almost 2 months maybe from when we started to when we finished. It was exhausting. It was great. It was so great. Let's see. Question 5, perspectives. There are many types of readers. Share a difference in perspective. So the only thing I could think of here is, like, if you're somebody who doesn't mind DNFing something, and I'm okay if everyone who's part of the buddy read absolutely hates the book and does not want to finish, does not want to go on. Like, if everyone is on that same boat, like, okay. But I rarely DNF things. I do sometimes, but it is very, very unlikely that I'm going to DNF a book. And so if I would just say, like, if that is kind of like, you're not afraid to DNF a buddy read, like, which is fine, again, like, whatever, but I mean, like, for me, it's just not a really ideal situation. Or, like, you send out your thoughts and there's just epic silence. And I do realize, like, this is a hobby, and there are many things that get in the way of life, but I mean, I feel bad, like, sometimes I've been like, well, I haven't heard from anybody, so I'm starting the book, and then people are like, oh, I just ordered it, and I'm like, well, I'm still, like, I'm starting. So, I mean, I think if it's a longer buddy read, like, maybe multiple books over a year or something like that, then that silence is a struggle for me, at least. So, question 6, challenges. Share a private or public challenge to read out of your comfort zone. So I think this is talking about, like, BookTube events throughout the year. And I mean, part of my problem is, like, oftentimes, and maybe you guys can help me with this, because I thought there was a Pride Month event, and the only thing I've been able to find is Queer Lit, like, round 7, that's 1 week long. So if that's all that's happening in June, like, that's cool. Like, I mean, I really do want to participate in something along those lines. But if it's just going to be 1 week, I mean, I do have a book to read for it, but I just haven't seen very much about that, and we're very, very close to June, so I'm a little confused as to what's going on. If anyone can give me some advice or direct me to some channels where I can find out more about what kind of Pride Month, or if it's this Queer Lit readathon thing, I really do want to participate in that. I think my problem is, like, events that are only a week long. Again, I just, like, it's impossible for me to do all the prompts. It's impossible to, I don't know. I love the month-long events because I feel like I can really embrace them, and in the years that I want to, and also sometimes just dip my toe in the water, as I like to say, and read one book with one, related to one prompt, that kind of thing. So I don't know. So week-long readathons just don't really work for me. And I think I struggle to find out about things that I could participate in that would be out of my comfort zone. So I'm pretty keyed in to the events of the BookTube calendar that I really like. Aside from the fact that in March I'm always dismayed because it's March of the Mammoths and the March Mystery Madness and middle grade March, and I want to participate in all of them, and I just can't can't do it. So. Question 7, events. What is your favorite reading event and why? My favorite reading event is, it's now been renamed Shake-Tember, but I really hadn't read very much Shakespeare before I started my BookTube channel. And I was very nervous about posting what I thought of a Shakespeare play or sonnet or anything related to Shakespeare on BookTube, because I feel like just that, I mean, it is a bit out of my comfort zone, but at the same time, like, the people who participate in ShakeTube / now Shake-Tember, I feel such grace, and I feel such like encouragement from other people who are participating in an event. I'm particularly thinking of Jay Shea, you know, that I feel like it's okay. Like, my thoughts are okay as they are. It's all right. Like, yeah, I don't have to be a Shakespeare expert to be able to participate in that event. And it was the first BookTube event that I participated in, and I had so much fun, and I just really, really enjoyed it. So it's really exciting, and it's really started a love of Shakespeare for me. So I've been buddy reading more of his plays outside of ShakeTube / Shake-Tember with Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, and yeah, so that's been great. That's been really, really great. Question 8, Can't Stop. A BookTuber you have read the most with. Okay. So, Joe Smith is by far and away the person I have read the most books with. So, it started with, I did kind of a read-along early on in my channel of The Scarlet Letter, and that was Joe Smith and one other person who kind of actively participated in that. But since then, Joe Smith and I have read The Old Curiosity Shop by Dickens. We read a biography of Elizabeth Gaskell by Jenny Uglow, which was excellent. Read David Copperfield, Mystery of Edmund Drood, Our Mutual Friend, and I can't remember, we may have read A Tale of Two Cities together. I know I've read that since starting my channel, but I can't remember if I read that with Joe. And later this year, we're going to be reading East of Eden together by John Steinbeck, which I'm super excited about. So, but Dickens is a great buddy read for Joe and I. So, and Joe is just, she's like the queen of buddy reads. Trying to fit into her calendar is quite an experience. But I love it. I absolutely love it. So, okay. Won't Stop. A BookTuber you haven't but want to buddy read with. You know, I mean, really, there are so many people, and you know, 2 of the BookTubers that I've mentioned, Joe Smith and Fox Folios, like, they don't even have channels. But it's a great way for me to get to know them better, since I can't watch a video in which they talk about something random like dreaming about BookTube. And often, yeah, I mean, sometimes like Joe might leave a comment on a video of mine, and I'll just send her a Voxer message in response. But yeah, so there's a lot of you out there that I would really like to do buddy reads with. Nancy, that's not Nancy's YouTube name, but Nancy, I hope you know who you are. I would love to do a buddy read with you. There's Erin that just started a BookTube channel. Erin, I think it's Erin Facer. Erin, I'm sorry, I forgot your name wrong. Then there's another Erin who says he's going to start a BookTube channel, but I haven't seen it yet. So, but that would be fun. JS, if you're not too busy, don't have too much else going on. Also, I'm going to be announcing a reread project that I have planned. So basically, so that would be a great opportunity if you wanted to do a buddy read with me. And believe me, I'm not naming everyone. Like, there's so many people on BookTube that I would love to do buddy reads with, as long as you're not gonna just bail on the book, okay? So yeah, if I ever mention, and that's another great advantage to doing quarterly TBRs. If I say I'm gonna read something in the next quarter, and you're like, oh, I have that, I'd love to read that with Kelly. Like just let me know, and we can probably work something out. Please bear in mind, though, that, yeah, I typically am only reading one book at a time. Okay, BookTube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.